is, this is going to be, obviously, your pomegranate. And the easiest way to cut these is going to be taking your knife and you're going to run around the side just enough to just get inside of that outer skin. Okay, and you're going to be able to peel this up. Should be able to pop this off without making a mess. Alright. So far, lost two. Alright, then this is what it's going to look like on the inside. You have different sections, and what you're going to want to do is take your knife and you're going to want to cut right along those sections. Down to the bottom. Then you're going to get the next section and cut that one down as well. You want to loosen up the center, and that'll allow it to pop right out. And then the easiest way I've found to get these off is just kind of a circular. Some people do it where you can pat them too, and they'll fall off. But just doing this will get it. And there are going to be little pockets in each one of these. It's covered with what this is called is the membrane. And it's just a little protective cushion for all of the little areolas. Alright, that's one. Take it, run it down again. And then what I'm doing is by putting them in the water, some people, you can actually cut it under the water if you want. If you have a bigger bowl. This one isn't too big. But when it goes down into the water, the membrane is going to come to the top. And you can just fish that out. And see, it'll break apart. These sections just go all the way around. And then you have the bottom one. Too hard. And I want to say they said you get about a cup to a cup and a half if you were to juice these total from one. And an alternative to this was another way I saw them do it online was where you could cut it in half and just knock it on the back with a spoon. The only thing I don't like about that is when you're cutting it down the middle, you're cutting a lot of them and losing the juice, so this way you're less likely to lose any of them. Looks like a shooting crossbow. But if you, I mean, it might be hard where y'all are sitting, but for the most part, there isn't anything that's broken, made a mess yet, so. A little clean?
Got a little bit.
Have a
Splatter.
Okay.
Just
But not too much. And what they say is when you're picking them out, on the slideshow, we mentioned a few facts about that when you pick them out, it has nothing to do with the color on the outside, but the actual weight. And they recommend if you were to, like I went through and I seeded a bunch of these and laid them out. I got a tray and put some wax paper on it and laid them out and stuck them in the freezer, and then froze all those for later. So that's a good way to keep them. If you were to keep these outside of the refrigerator, they're good for about a month. If you keep them in the fridge, you'll get about 2 months out of them.
the actual seeds or the whole fruit?
The actual fruit. And once you cut these, the issue is with, obviously they're little beadlets, of juice, and the issue would be them drying out. So if you were to keep them in the fridge, they said to do it in a covered container. The holding time for the bottle juice is about 2 weeks, so I would probably say that's pretty accurate for these as well if you have it closed. So that would be a big reason why we went through and froze a bunch of them. And they're actually pretty good. When I got those out of the freezer, I'd, just grab a handful of them, throw them in a drink as ice. But it looks like that's pretty much That's it. And then, like I said, when you do this, it might be a little hard to see, but you just fish that top, and it's going to pull that membrane out. So. There you go. Of course, there's a little bit left in there, but for the most part, some of it sticks to those, say, a little bit of the membrane, so just going back through. What I usually do is I'll run the water, and I'll just kind of run it and let it flush through, and it's going to pull that stuff out, and then you can just fish it out. But that's it.